Okay, folks, I'm starting another video here. About 6 videos back, maybe 7 back, I made the comment about watching people on YouTube helping people and helping them out. People need help and giving them money and stuff. You have to be careful of that because you don't never know what they're going to do with the money. Give them $100, they might go spend it all on drugs, but if you buy them food, maybe they'll eat the food or they might trade the food for drugs, but I always say that's their responsibility, but I try to be real careful in the area who I pick and select. I also said I didn't know how to go about it, but I knew a single mom that could use some help, and I reached out and helped her. I didn't put it on video, wasn't at the place and time where I could do it, but since then, I found out about a young man that's been struggling and trying and been in a lot of trouble and off and on, and I'm gonna adjust this thing up here where maybe you can see me. And he's had a tough go of it, made a lot of mistakes, and anyway, he's turning his life around and got in church, and him and his wife was trying to buy a little bit of land, wasn't much, probably, I don't even know, might not have been an acre out in the country with a house trailer on it, and they were paying for it, and he's got a good job, and he works sometimes 10, 12 hours a day, and but what I'm trying to tell you is they woke up that morning, and he got up and turned the dryer on to drying some clothes, went back to bed, and the dryer caught on fire, and being a trailer, it burned it down, and lost everything they had, and he ended up sleeping in a truck for a couple of days. His daddy didn't have room for him because his daddy's taking care of his grandmother, who I would say is at least 80. I could be wrong. I'd say a lot older than 80. And he's got a little small house, and she's living in there with him. But they finally got a room fixed up for him and his wife to move in, and his boy was probably 13 years old, maybe 14. And so they're living with his daddy now. And he had no insurance, lost everything. So I called him over, got him to come over to the house. And they go to church where I go, and nobody know him. They just started going to church just before this happened, but I've known him since he was a kid. I've known this boy since he was 10 years old. And but anyway, kind of speed this up. They need some help in a bad way, and I don't know. I've never had a bad fire. I had my house catch on fire one time before. It was 2 o'clock in the morning, and the fire department got there like in 10 minutes and just burnt my rafters and had to place some of my roof and my rafters, but we didn't lose any material things at all. The fire is a horrible thing, and I don't know how to do a GoFundMe page. I don't know how to do nothing. So anyway, he sold his truck. He didn't sell it. He just let it go back to whoever he's paying the notes on, so he could buy a little utility building. They call them tiny homes. They're about 20, 30 feet by something, and that way he could afford it, and they're fixing to put it on the property he's buying. He's going to have 2 little bedrooms and a kitchen and bath, and that's it. Little small thing. And they're trying to get that set up right now. They got it ordered, it's being made. But I asked him to come over to the house, and I was able to give him some money, and I'll never close that. I don't want it to be about me. I don't want it about no money. That's why I'm hesitating doing this stuff, because if I give somebody money in a video, they say, well, he's showing out, he's giving money. No, the reason I'm doing it is trying to encourage you to do it and get you started. I think it's a wonderful thing. You might pull up, have a waitress come at your table. I remember one time this waitress was very, very pregnant, come up to our table, and I just made some good money this years ago. I don't make good money, but I just made a couple $1,000s off of something I sold, a motorcycle, I think it was, I don't remember. But something just told me, and I gave her, it was $50 or $100, I don't really honestly remember. And she started crying, and come find out she's a single mom. When she got pregnant, the guy found about it. He moved to California. She lived here in Natchez. had nothing to do with her, and she's struggling as hard as she could. And it blessed me more than it blessed her to watch the emotion on her face. She was just shaking, and she said, "I needed this so bad to pay my rent." And she said, "You don't know how bad I needed this." But I've never been able to do it since because I hadn't had that money or a situation like that. Because I did say, I don't mind saying this, we have figured it up, and we can give $100 a month, and I'm gonna pledge that $100 a month, somebody every month, to help them out. But anyway, I had him come to my house. I'm going around in circles. I don't have this written down. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not good at this kind of stuff. But he cried, she cried, his daddy cried, gave him the money, and I said, "Why don't you tell the people what happened? And I'm gonna put it on my YouTube video. You give me a name and you give me a mailing address, and if they want to help you, they'll send you some money. You might not get one penny out of it, but we ain't got nothing to lose, and it's the only way I know about helping you." So also, we go to a church, and nobody knows them. They've only just been there a little while. So I talked to some of them in the church today, some guys that I knew were pretty well off, and they said they wanted to help out. So I'm trying to get a little fundraiser going. The problem in a church, if the church helps somebody and they don't help somebody else and they get their feelings hurt, you can cause a big hornet's nest and something like that. But if it's an individual, it's a whole different thing. So I'm talking to individuals in the church right now that I feel like they might want to help. But I'm going to tie this video in with his. I'm going to splice the two together. I'm starting off with this one, and then you'll see him talking and telling you what happened and how it happened. Y'all have a blessed day. I hope God bless you. This is Marla King, his wife Jenny, and his dad sitting over here. They just lost their trailer, had no insurance, lost everything they had in it, burnt to the ground. Was living in their truck for a couple of days, and now he's able to move in with his daddy. And he's got a little tiny home ordered. He had to sell his truck to get it. Had no insurance or anything, and I've known Marley and his dad for many, many years. In fact, I know Marley when he was a teenager, a little bitty boy. And if any of y'all feel led to help him, I would greatly appreciate it. And I'm going to ask him to tell his story and give his address real quick. And y'all can mail him something if you feel like it's something God put on your heart. Marley, you mind sharing with me real quick? If you'll come up a little closer here, sir, so I can hear you and tell you what happened and when it happened. Get over this way. I got that bright light right there.
Our house burnt down about, if I say 2 months ago. We lost everything. Dryer plug caught on fire while we was asleep. I happened to wake up and see the smoke and got everybody out of there. So everybody's okay, but we lost everything, and anything if y'all can help is a blessing to us, and we sure appreciate it.
And how can they get it to you? What's the mailing address?
18 Pritchard Lane, Pritchard, Natchez, Mississippi, 39120.
All right, and it's Marley King, Marley King.
Yes, sir.
All right, folks, I hope y'all rally around the post and help them out some. God bless y'all.
Thank y'all.